Really let you find a little bit more relaxation and restoration. So Danica's going to come to the mat and she's going to start in ragdoll. Come forward to the top of the mat. Separate your feet hip distance apart and just fold forward. Bring the weight into the balls of your feet and let everything hang heavy. Good. Soft knees. Knees nice and bent as much as they need to be, and just let the head be heavy, let the arms dangle. And just start by taking a few nice big deep breaths into the back body. Just relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. So for most of these postures, you're going to want to stay for probably around 5 breaths. If it feels nice, you can stay for a little bit more, but this is just going to really help you get into the full depth of the posture and your muscles to start to release. Nice big deep breath in, Danica. Exhale. Good. And now you're going to bend your knees deeply and plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. So separate your hands outer shoulder distance apart. Good. And spread your fingers. And then I'm going to get Danica to just widen a little bit more than she's used to through the feet. So feet outer hip distance apart. You're going to bend the knees, yeah, and then really reach the sits bones nice and high. As you soften through the heart and really pressing. Instead of, sometimes in yoga we're trying to get the heels down. In this case, I want you to really press into the balls of the feet. Yeah. And you're going to feel a nice deep stretch all the way from the glutes through the hamstrings and the calf. Nice big deep breath in. A nice deep exhale. Good. And then you're going to come down to the knees. Drop down to the knees and table. Join the big toe mounds, so keep the toes tucked under. Yeah, and then join the big toe mounds together and the inner heels together. Walk your hands back and bring your forehead down to the mat. You're going to reach around with your hands, grab all 10 of your toes and just like fan them out. Pull all 10 of your toes out. Good. And then press your peace fingers to the outer heels and roll yourself up. Bring your hands under your shoulders and roll yourself up. Very nice. Good. Now you're going to sit the weight back into your heels and bring the tops of your hands to your thighs. So we call this thunderbolt pose, Vajrasana. Sometimes in the yoga community affectionately called broken toe pose. Danica seems to be doing okay. So if this is like really intense for you, and sometimes it might be, you can always bring your fingertips down to the mat and just like as training wheels. So down, you can just show like down to the mat. And that will help relieve some of the tension in the feet. This is an amazing posture for opening up the feet and also relieving plantar fasciitis. Nice big deep breath in. Good, exhale. Stay. Good, and come forward. Back into table, you're going to untuck the toes and sit your hips back towards your heels so that your heels just snuggle into your sits bones. This is the second one. We're opening up through the shins and the ankles. Nice deep breaths here. Danica's doing great. So if this is enough, and for a lot of us it is enough, we just stay. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can just sort of rock back onto the tops of your feet. Bring your hands down and lift your knees any amount. You really want to press into the tops of the feet. Keep the shoulders back and the heart nice and lifted. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Danica, slowly come forward back into your table. Now lift your head, look forward, and step your right foot in between your hands. We're going to find the other right foot. We're going to find a low lunge. So just wiggle your left foot back and soften your right sit bone towards your right heel. And then you're going to come up onto that right knee. Keep the right hand there, and I want you to extend your left arm all the way up. Now start to like really use your breath here. So as you inhale, think about lifting from your heart, and then as you exhale, just over you go to the right. Breathe, and maybe take your gaze underneath the left arm and the other left arm. There we go. Good. So softening the right sit bone towards the right heel. Just rolling the heart open. Nice big deep breath in. And lift and lengthen Good. Exhale, bring your hands down. Both hands to the inside of the right foot. And then just widen your right foot to the right. Good. And soften your right sit bone towards the right heel. Take a look down. You can untuck the toes of your back foot. And then look down at your right foot and make sure that the outer blade of the foot's parallel to the long side of your mat. So that really just keeps the knee in nice alignment. You don't want any pain in the knee in any of these postures. A nice little trick is to protect the knee. You can always just make sure that the knee is pointing in the same direction as the second toe. Good. So if this is enough, you can just stay. To get a little deeper, you're welcome to come down onto the elbows and forearms. And sometimes a prop is helpful here. You can use a block or a book or anything that's just going to give you a little bit of height, but allow you to come down a little bit deeper. Hugging that right knee in towards the midline looks really nice. Soften the upper back. Nice big deep breath in. And exhale, slowly release. Let's get the block out of the way. Bring both hands down and turn your right toes to the right corner of your mat. And the right toes to right corner. Good. And widen your left hand to the left and bring your right hand to the inside of the right thigh. And just roll your torso open to the right. If you need to, you can just get up off that left knee. Yeah, good. Oh, just leave that down for now. Good. Roll the right shoulder open, lift the heart. Good. Breathe. So this is nice. And if you'd like, you can roll onto the outer blade of the right foot. Really press into the outer blade, keeping the ankle nice and strong. That's going to take this more into the IT band. Heart rolls open, shoulder rolls back. Nice deep breaths. Now you have the option here. If this is enough, you can just stay. Or if you'd like, go a little deeper. Take this into the quads. So you can bend your left knee. Reach around with your right hand for the outer ankle. Good. Sit your hips back if you need to, just to get that left heel towards your outer left sit bone. Good. And really open up. This is a nice stretch for the shoulder, as well as I'm sure Danica's feeling some intensity in the quadricep there. So stay with the breath, okay? And just allow the breath to guide the depth of the pose. Nice big deep breath in. Good. Exhale, release. Very nice. Good. Turn your right toes forward. Keep the back toes tucked. And then you're just going to sit your hips back towards your left heel in a runner's lunge. So we're just going to shift back and flex the right foot. So you want to guide your right sit bone towards your left heel. Spread your toes. And if this is enough, you just stay. If it's too much, you can again always use your block. You can bring a block here, place the hands on the block. Danica's okay, but for some of us who are really tight, this one would be pretty intense. Good. Nice big deep breath in. Really work that foot. Spread your right pinky toe. Good. And exhale, release. Come forward. Let's get that block out of the way and find downward facing dog. Again, hands outer shoulder distance apart. Bend your knees. Reach up through your sit bone. She's really good at this. Yeah, stick your butt way up in the air. That's awesome. Press through the balls of your feet. Good. Breathe. Nice. How does that feel, Dan? Yeah. That's good. Awesome. All right. Lift your head. Look forward. Come down to your knees. And let's do the other side. So step your left foot in between your hands. Good. And wiggle your right toes back as you soften left sit bone towards left heel. And then come all the way up into the low lunge on the left. So bring the hands to the left knee. Good. Now leave the left hand and raise the right arm up. As you inhale, lift your heart, like lengthen out of your waist. And on the exhale, over you go to the left. Good. And take the gaze underneath the right arm. You got it on this side. Soften the left sit bone towards the left heel. Soften your face. Good. And this one, very advanced variation for those of you that have been practicing for a while. Don't attempt this if you haven't been practicing for a long time. You take the corners of your mouth up towards the corners of your eyes. Good. Nice big deep breath in. Yoga teachers think we're really funny. On the exhale, bring your hands down to the inside of the left foot and widen your left foot to the left. Good. Again, just make sure that the outer blade of the foot is parallel to the long side of the mat. Untuck your back toes. Okay, so we're just getting a little bit deeper here, softening left sit bone towards left heel. Heart is nice and proud. Good. Very nice. So this side might feel different. Just notice, lots of information in the body. If you want, you can come down onto the elbows and forearms. Just check it out and see. Yeah, keep hugging the left knee in towards the midline. Stay with your breath. Relax your face. Good. So the more that we can bring our awareness and our attention to the breath, the more we can sort of soften. So yoga is often a lovely way to cross-train for running, but it's less willful. So just allow your body to settle in, to surrender, and to soften here. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Release. Let's get the block out of the way. Plant the hands and turn your left toes out towards the left corner of the mat. Widen your right hand to the right. Left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Good. And then you're going to roll that left shoulder open and lift your heart. Good. Beautiful. Nice, Danica. And just watch that the back foot isn't sickling. Good. Breathe. If you did on the other side, you can go ahead and roll onto the outer blade of the left foot. Yeah, and keep that ankle nice and strong. Just roll it open. Good. And final variation, Danica's favorite. Bend your right knee. Reach around with your left hand. Grab for the outer ankle. Good. Nice. Roll your heart open. Okay, and again, just soften into the depth of the pose. There's no, there's no benefit to really going to the maximum depth here. It's more beneficial to just simply allow the breath to guide you a little bit deeper. Good, deep breath in. And exhale, release. Release that back leg, turn your left toes forward, tuck your back toes under, and sit your hips back towards your right heel in a runner's lunge. Yeah. So straighten your left leg, flex your left toes, spread your left pinky toe to the left, and then just pull your left sit bone towards your right heel. Breathe. So this is nice. We're getting lots of stretch through the hamstring, through the calf. Stay with your breath. Good. Nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Very nice. Come forward, release. Plant your hands and step back. One last dog pose just to work all that through the body. Bend your knees, sits bones high. So this is a sequence that you can do right after a run. If you'd like, you can just take it to the park or at home. There's some restorative postures. There's some deep stretches. Nice. Deep breath in. Good. Exhale. And come on down to the knees, Danica, and all the way onto your back. So bend your knees, plant your feet. Good. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Yeah, good. All right. And then pick up your left foot and thread the needle. Okay, so if you can, just grabbing behind the thigh, or if it's available, you can grab the top of the left shin, flex both feet, and just guide that right sit bone towards your left heel. Good, breathe. Hug the left knee in towards the belly, or right knee, sorry. Breathe, and just relax your face. Good. And let's release that. But I want you to deepen the cross of the knees. So stack your right knee on top of the left. Good. And then hug both knees into your belly as you reach around, grab the outer shins, or if they're available, the outer ankles. But I really want you to wake up your feet. So flex your feet. Good. Yeah. And then hug the knees into your belly. And if you have a partner or somebody who's around, they can just come to the tops of the knees and just press them towards the outsides of the mat and give you a little bit more here. It's very nice. But you can do this yourself. Just hug the knees in, breathe. Good, nice big deep breath in. Good, exhale. And release. And plant your left foot down, extend your right leg straight up into the air. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh, or if it's available, the calf. Good. Shaking. It might mean you're a little past your edge, but it's all good. Flex your feet, toes point down towards your face. Good. So for some of us, this is enough. If you'd like, you can extend the bottom leg. Lots of options here. Good. And then maybe make some circles. And you know, the knee doesn't have to be like totally stretched. You can keep a nice soft bend in the knee. So we do these postures on the back. Sometimes you'll see like seated yoga postures. Those are really hard, especially if you have tight hamstrings, tight calves. It tends to take a lot of pressure into the low back, and we want to move away from suffering and not towards it. Good. We'll release Danica from her suffering. So Danica, keep that left knee into your belly, and then reach around with your left hand, grab your outer knee. Sorry, right knee into the belly. Yeah, right knee. Good. Use your left hand, and then just guide that knee across your body. And you're going to take it into a twist. Yeah, so all the way down. Good. And extend your right arm out. Gaze past your right fingertips. Good. Breathe. So this is nice. Nice soft little stretch for the outer hip. But if you breathe deeply into your right lung, you'll feel a nice release through the chest and through the shoulder. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Let's roll it back, and we'll do the other side. So plant both feet and cross your left ankle over your right knee. Good. And then pick up your right foot, thread the needle, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, or if it's available, you can do the top of the shin. Good. And again, it's really important, try to wake up your feet. So really flex your feet, spread your toes, breathe. Again, allow the depth of the breath to guide the depth of the posture. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And slowly release the clasp, but deepen the cross of the knees. So you're going to stack your left knee on top of your right, reach around with the hands, grab the outer shins or the outer ankles. Good. Flex the feet and hug your knees into your belly. Breathe. Again, you're going to feel this really deep into the piriformis. This is a really tough muscle to get at. And again, if you have a friend or a partner, can help you just a little deeper. Are you okay there, Danica? Yes, good. She's smiling. It's like it hurts so good. Deep breath in. Good. And we're going to release and plant the right foot down. You're going to extend your left leg straight up into the air. Good. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh, or if it's available, the calf. Good. You competitive runner types. Good. Reach through your heels, spread your toes. So try to take the toes to point down towards your face. Good. Soften your breath. Good. So like we always say in yoga, I want you to like locate the area of greatest resistance and then send your breath into that space. Good. And you're more than welcome to extend the bottom leg if you did so on the other side. Again, hold at least 5 breaths in these postures. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath to release. Good. And then you're going to bend your left knee and just interlace your fingers on the kneecap. Hug that knee around the rib cage. Nice big inhale. Good. On the exhale, use your left hand to guide the knee across the body. Or right hand, sorry. Yep. And then open your left arm. Turn your gaze towards your left fingertips. Good. You can just bring the hand to the top of the knee. There you go. Good. Nice deep breaths into that left lung. Soften the shoulder. Good. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's release. Bring it back. Hug both knees into your belly. Give yourself a little hug. Yay. That's nice. And then we're going to do one more posture. This one is mostly restorative. I'm going to get Danica to extend her legs straight up into the air. Now this one, when we're not supported, this one's often nice against a wall, Viparita Karani, legs up on the wall. You can bend the knees softly and separate your feet just hip distance. So like literally it's called dead bug. So just be a dead bug, okay? Manifest your best dead bug. So this is really restorative. It's a little inversion. It's really nice, especially if you've just done a long run. Just reversing the flow of blood in the body. And Danica's shaking here a little bit, and so what I would probably suggest is that she take this up on the wall, and that way she doesn't actually have to hold herself here, because Danica's hamstrings are really tight still. And then she could even take her arms, yeah, no, like right up, like yeah, oh yeah. Good. Nice big deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good, and release. Plant your feet down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Just let your knees flop out to the side. Bring your hands to your belly. And namaste. Namaste to Danica.